Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to discuss one of the reading questions. So the question type is multiple choice questions. And that also in this type, so where they have asked us to find out more than one answers per question. Okay, so there are two types of multiple choice questions, selecting answers like only one answers, one option, and selecting more than one option as well. Okay, so this is a type where they have asked us to select, see, if you can see this question 1 and 2, they have said, select two letters from A to G. Okay, so A to G are your options. We have to select two answers. Okay, and again, like here for questions 3 and 4, even here they have asked us to find out two answers. Okay, so now the steps are exactly similar to that of your regular multiple choice questions where we have to just find out one answers. Okay, so yeah, suppose if you have not gone through that video, so you can just refer to the link in the description box. Okay, how to find answers now. Okay, so the thing is, like, you have to read the questions in the beginning. Okay, only the questions, don't go through the options at the when you are just reading the questions. Okay, so once you have found once you have read the questions, so and identified where the information is present in the passage, read that portion in details and then come back to your options to select the correct one. Okay, this type of questions, unlike of your one word one what is that one option answers, so unlike that, so this type of question is like pretty simple. Okay, so the answers are straightforward. Okay, so it's not necessary to follow the elimination technique or something like that. Okay, so we can easily find the correct answers in this types. Okay, so now, so let us begin to solve this. So questions 1 and 2. Okay, so write the correct letters in boxes 1 and 2 on your answer sheet. So the question number 1 and 2 will be allotted in your answer sheet. Okay, for this particular question, because we have to write two answers. Fine. Okay, the list below gives some of the advantages of employing older workers. Okay, advantages of employing older workers. So which two advantages are mentioned by the writer of the text? So this is your question. The list below gives two advantages of employing older workers and which two are mentioned by the writer. Correct. So where they are talking about advantages of older workers, so we can just find out. So they're talking about older people here, and might be the second question they're talking about younger people, because yeah. So the second question talks about younger people. So I guess first paragraph is sufficient for us to find out the two answers. Okay, that is for question 1 and 2, and we are supposed to find out the advantages of employing older workers. Okay, what they have said, there may be a affect their productivity, but other skills may increase with age, including many that are crucial for good management, such as, okay, ability to handle people diplomatically, to run a meeting or spot a problem before it blows up. Okay, Peter Hicks, who coordinates OECD work. So all these, this is not advantages. So I think there this much. Okay, so out of this, I think there are only two advantages. This is the first advantage, and this is the second advantage. Correct. So now we have to compare. So what they have asked, which two advantages are mentioned by the writer of the text? So all these are the advantages, but we have to find out which two are mentioned by the writer of the text. What they've said, ability to handle people diplomatically, to run a meeting or spot a problem before it blows up. Okay, now you cannot find the exact same sentences here in your option, so we might have to go with the meaning as well. They are less likely to be involved in careless accidents. No, I don't think careless accident. They can predict areas that may cause trouble in the future. Okay, this is something relevant. To run a meeting or spot a problem before it blows up. Before it blows up in the sense, okay, so they can identify it earlier. They can predict areas that can cause trouble in the future. Yeah, I guess that's somewhat match. Okay, they are able to train younger workers. They have never mentioned anything about that. They can handle, they can deal with unexpected problems. No. More, what is it, conscientious. They are prepared to work for lower salaries. No. They are more skilled in personal relationship. Okay, ability to handle people diplomatically, so that is G. They are more skilled in personal relationship. So I guess in this case B and G are the answers. Now in your answer sheet, so there will be numbers. Correct, question 1 2 3 4, right up till question number 40 there will be numbers in your answer sheet. So now here you can write your first answer, that is B. Okay, first option, that is B here for question number 1, and for the question number 2 you can mention it as G. Okay, or the order doesn't matter. You, instead of writing B and G, you can also go with G and B also, so that also will be correct. Okay, so no problem with that. Okay, let's go with the second question. So write the correct letters in the boxes 3 and 4 on your answer sheet. So the list below gives some of the disadvantages of employing younger workers. Now, disadvantages of employing younger workers. Which two disadvantages are mentioned by the writers of the text? Okay. Now we know it's in the second paragraph. We will read it something in details and then come back to the option. The few companies that have kept older workers. Okay, that is older workers. Okay. Author of recent book Impact of Aging. Besides, their education standards are much better than that of today's young high school graduates. Companies may say that older workers are not worth training because, or this is older workers are not worth training because they are reaching at the end of their working lives. In fact, young people tend to switch jobs more frequently, that they offer the worst returns of training. The median age of employer driven training in the late 40s and early 50s, and this training goes mainly to managers. Okay, so let's go to the options. They are too confident of their own skills. Okay, they didn't say they are too confident. They may injure themselves, not said anything. They do not stay with the company for a very long time. Yes, they have said something related. Young people tend to switch jobs frequently. Correct? So they do not stay with the companies for a long time. Their training has been too theoretical. No, they didn't say that. They are not as well educated as older workers. They demand high salary. Okay, what about E? They are not as well educated as older workers because they have said here. Besides, their education standards are much better than today's young high school graduate, who's older people, older workers. Okay, this much is talking about older workers. Older workers standards, education standards are much better than high school graduates. So here they are talking about younger workers education, yeah, are not well educated as older workers. So I guess this has some resemblance. So we can write it as option C and option E. Any order, okay? You can write C, E, or E and C. Fine. So this is the method. So usually the answers are like I said, so very straightforward. You just have to read the questions, identify the place where you have to read, and read in details, and then come back to your options. And based on the understanding of what you have read, so you can find out your correct answers. Okay. Only thing is like you cannot actually depend on the same sentence that is present in your passage, so you might have also have to look out for the meaning of the sentence as well. Okay, so if you match the right meaning, so then 100% sure you will be able to find the correct answer. So I hope the aspects are clear. So where to select more than one options in multiple choice questions. Uh, we'll go with some more types of questions. Okay, so in the upcoming videos. So till then, keep learning.